Hey everybody, AmpRepairGuy.com, 203-892-4119. Sorry I haven't been making more videos. People keep calling me up asking where I'm at. Just been super busy. So here we have an Ameritron Al811h. Customer said it's putting out low output. It was popping fuses. He put in slow blow fuses. You don't ever want to do that. Always use the exact fuse they call for. So went ahead and pulled the tubes. One tested at 29, one at 40, one at 45, and one at 16. It had 572s in it. Once again, I will only work on these if the customer is willing to upgrade to the 572s. The 811s just have a lot of problems. So, needs tubes. I'll have them order set from Penta Labs. Awesome customer service. Haven't had any problems yet with them. Great people over there. Really, really nice. So, check the air variables. They look good. No burn marks from arcing. The load control, as you can see, I'm turning it, and the shaft isn't turning. So I collapsed the plates. They were half meshed before. So I also noticed the plate choke. The turns are starting to come undone, and it doesn't look that great. So I'm going to change the plate choke. I'm going to pull this whole assembly out and put in the gas discharge tubes from each side of the filament to ground to protect the transceiver if one of the tubes flashed from the plate all the way over to the filament. This one has not had the 10 meter mod done. I'll ask if he wants that done. Filter caps are okay, and SO239s are okay. I will move this assembly over one so it's not bent like that. There's no reason for it to be like that. For the neutralization feedback. So I'm going to give the customer a call, and once I have everything I need, I will get to work on it. Also notice the meter sticks, so I'll take that apart and see if I can figure out why the needle's stopping right there. It's hitting something internally, so I'll see if I can fix that. Otherwise I'll have to change the meter movement. So, once again, AmpRepairGuy.com, 203-892-4119, and I'll be back. I'm back real quick. So, I put those gas tubes in. If the tube ends up having a plate to filament short, we'll bring it to ground, protect the transceiver. I grounded the grids better. I put in straps directly to the plate instead of going through one of the screws before it went from the grid to in between the nut and the fiber washer. So I've seen where these nuts have loosened up and then you lose the grid connection for that tube, so that won't happen anymore. I don't bother doing that resistor mod because the amplifier will have 572s in it, and that's to help get rid of any arc. With the 811 tube, sometimes they'll have a slight arc and you can hear it in the receiver. So that is not needed. That also lowers the total gain. So you don't want that, as the 572s require a little bit more drive over an 811 to begin with, so you wouldn't want to make it even worse. So it's good to go. I'm going to put it back in and replace this plate choke and get back to work. So I'll see you soon. Alright, so this PA is all set. I just have to test it with the tubes, but it should be all set. If there's anything else, I'll take care of it real quick, but should be good to go. So, replace the meter. Try taking the old one apart. It's damaged internally down in there. So, I pulled the LED lamp out of this one and put it in another meter. So, no longer sticks. Took out the old plate choke, which was damaged, and put a new plate choke in. I showed you what I did underneath. I moved this plate over. It's installed properly now. When you take this shaft out, you always mark it really well, because if that input rotary switch is off a little bit, it won't work properly. Did the 10 meter mod. Touched up on some other solder connections. I tightened Connection for the load tuner. This one was also loose, but it was gripping the shaft, but it was loose. I tightened that up on the plate tune side. Just have to purchase the proper fuses for it. He has it wired for 120, so I'll go get a couple 12-amp fuses. So always remember, put the right size fuses in something. Don't ever put in a slow blow if it calls for a fast acting. Don't ever put a fuse in it that's too big. It's really bad. You don't want to do that. So he's ordering a set of tubes from Penta Labs. Great company. And you know, some people just go through it, do the bare minimum, but I want this thing to last a long time. And like I said, the grid connections, that's very important. A couple of those screws were loose. They were making connection, but they were loose, and they would have eventually not made a connection. So thanks for watching. I also changed the meter protection diode. So thanks for watching. It's amprepairguy.com, 203-892-4119. Please like, share, and subscribe. Whole pile of amplifiers to get to, so I'm going to get back to work. Take care.